welcome to the Farmcast.
We are back with COMPLAINTCAST 3, with the trilogy. We're at a trilogy now. The series,
and boy, we're steamed.
yeah. It will never end. We will always have something to complain about. But I want to kick it off today with something that's been grinding my gears a little bit. I want to see if you guys feel the same.
Hit us, King.
So, since we are all quarantined, it's a good time to binge watch TV shows, movies, whatever. It's a perfect time for this. And of recently, if you listen to CoronaCast, if you haven't, the coronavirus cast on Monday, please go listen to that. Great stuff. We brought up the show Big Mouth. It's a trash show. It's really bad. Garbage humor. But I think that show of itself is kind of a smaller problem of Netflix's bigger problem of them being really no good original series anymore. And I say that because the shows that I really like Stranger Things, BoJack Horseman, they're wrapping up. They're on their final seasons. They're almost done. And I was on Netflix because I'm like, it used to be that Netflix original series were the thing. They were big, they had a lot of money and effort put into them, and when one came out, you had to watch it because it's like, fuck, this is the new Netflix show. It has completely changed in the last couple years, where they throw money and shit at anything, half-ass all these shows just to put stuff out and hope that one of them sticks. And I don't see a lot of quality there anymore. I don't see many shows that are all that great coming out from them. Movies are a different thing, so I'm thinking they put money into that for Irishman and Marriage Story. But the more I thought about it, I noticed it's not just a Netflix problem. I'm seeing this with all their streaming services too, where it's like, let's pump out a bunch of shows, and one of these will have a decent enough audience that we can grow on it. So I don't know. I wanted to open it up with that, see what you guys thought. I really don't think the quality is there with streaming services, with their original series.
See, to prevent this all from happening, if you just watch great documentaries,
shut the fuck up. I know what you're saying.
Planet Earth 2,
Shut up.
everything by BBC.
Shut up.
You
don't care. Don't
bypass this whole
Don't
issue
care.
you
Don't
have.
shut up.
No,
All right.
I
so,
sleep.
I kind of.
My friends hate me. I hate my friends.
You watch one type of show.
That's fine. I don't care.
So, with the original series, I feel like it did, but back in my day, it used to be better. You know, like the first 2 seasons of Black Mirror were insane.
Yes. I completely forgot to mention that. That show's gone downhill.
But I think, like you said, it has. I have not enjoyed it for a while. And, but, the movies have gotten better. And I remember when they kind of first started to venture into movies, I remember it was pretty rough. You remember that Bright movie? And it was like a buddy cop thing with Will Smith. And that, I don't even know what the fuck that thing is.
It was a cool idea, but terrible movie.
Yeah, but, oh boy, it wasn't great. But their movies have been better. Kingman, or Irishman, I should say, not Kingman. Obviously those were great. Marriage Story also had a great reception. Maybe that is just where they're going to be going in the future, but it's going to suck when those shows do end. And honestly, I feel like it really did start, too, with, House of Cards going downhill. And obviously that went downhill for specific reasons.
Yeah, that's a different, Didn't bring that one up.
It feels like that was, the first domino.
Yeah.
Dude.
And, go on, Feder.
Well, I was going to say, so I haven't watched Netflix in over a year. But is this the case with, like Hulu and a lot of other streaming services, or what?
I cannot name a single Hulu original.
I remember.
So
They had the Stephen King. It was the 1963 or the whatever the date was. It was the Stephen King one with James Franco. It was good-ish. I didn't mind it.
I was going to say, so the only streaming service I generally watch is, Disney Plus, because Clone Wars, and they have a lot of good stuff on there.
That's a little different.
But, and HBO, I think there has not been an HBO show that I've watched that I haven't enjoyed.
Like what? I'm actually interested.
I like Barry, Succession, obviously Game of Thrones, Westworld, Curb Your Enthusiasm, Outsider. Even
I feel like
a kind of
most of
documentary
those-
series Becker might like, Chernobyl.
Ooh, I would like that.
I hear Chernobyl's good, but I feel like most of those have been established already. Like Game of Thrones was in season, 8?
Well, okay, fair enough. Barry's new, Succession is starting its 3rd season.
So
Yeah. You
That's
guys
one.
roasted me when I talked about the new, what's his name, Bill Hader. I talked about it, and you guys.
Oh, I
"Ooh,
couldn't
can't
wait. Everyone
can't
was so
wait
excited
for the
for
new
Bill Hader's new
Hader
comedy."
project. Yeah.
I did not say that, so
No, Zach and
was that on the
Kyle did.
podcast?
No, it wasn't.
this
This
was
was
a long
this was a
while
while ago.
Oh,
But
okay.
I think the thing is, like, they may have started in different places, but Netflix and then things like HBO, they're all just, like, coming together, and they're basically just the same type of thing now. Where, because you can watch anything on demand, like, you can watch anything as long as you're paying for it. There's really no, what's the difference between Netflix's category, or catalog, and, like, HBO's catalog? Like, it's all, like, just their own streaming services. Netflix is just no different than a channel.
No, right. That's what I'm saying. Is like I think if you can maybe like go out and like because everybody loves Netflix, right? Or, well, it doesn't seem like you love it anymore.
yeah, no.
But like Netflix is like the big thing. I think there are other streaming platforms that do provide better shows.
Yeah, and it just, but it didn't used to be like that, like, 3 or 4 years ago. Netflix
you-
was really on top of it.
Yeah, Netflix was just, I remember it was like a big thing, and like
Like Orange is the New
I
Black.
really don't-
When that came out, that show was
that,
really
yeah,
good.
yeah,
That kinda stuff.
that's another good
Yeah.
example. Disney Plus is almost cheap. Well, actually, no, it's a good thing to bring up. They just build off of their established franchises, but the originals that they try to start, I don't think they're very good. I still
I
don't think they're
canceled
very
Disney
good.
Plus.
It's-
I will be willing
yeah.
to pay for it again at some point, but right now it's like, what the hell is the point? Because there's not really much on there
Yeah.
that's interesting to me at all.
See, I only have it for Clone Wars now because I still love that show. But other than that, if I only cared about The Mandalorian, honestly, I'd fucking cancel it too. There just isn't much
Yeah.
right now to be like, you need Disney Plus.
Right.
Until the Marvel shows and the other Star Wars stuff gets cooking, then it will be the one to have. But you're right, it's too early for it to be like great. I don't know a whole lot about Hulu, but I like that they have like new episodes posted right away from like FX or something. That's why everyone can watch Lil Dicky's new show, Dave.
Yeah, I'm getting right on that.
But like I've just been frustrated because even with oddly enough, I watch a decent amount of like Amazon Prime what they have. I like the show The Boys, but
The Boys, yes.
Yeah, it's an amazing
The Boys is a
show.
good show.
but they'll have a new show every week almost, and it's like, what's the point? Every week it's something new they're pushing, and it's like, just let me watch one thing and have it be good, and let me be
We've
happy
hit
about it.
oversaturation.
We have. I think that's. We were bound. I feel like when streaming started, we were bound to hit it, but I feel like
You
we're
know what?
there.
Maybe Becker was right. He was on to something.
yeah, see,
No
See?
oversaturation in the documentary sphere.
Yeah.
I don't mean to like to switch subjects, but this actually was one of the complaints I was bringing today. Is I don't know if this is a me issue, but I'm kind of over shows that come out weekly because I feel like there's so much stuff, and I hate using the word content.
Yeah.
But there's so much like content I'm constantly consuming that like when a show comes out weekly, if I'm not able to binge an entire season, I almost forget what happened last week.
It's funny because I actually have the exact opposite thought about that now.
Really?
Yeah, because I used to love when just, Netflix would wait a year and a half and just dump everything out at once. I'm actually turning around now and starting to enjoy when something comes out weekly because, like you said, there's so much stuff coming out that if it's all coming out weekly, I can kind of just catch up here, catch up a little there, instead of having a shit ton of stuff just dumped on me, and then I gotta wait, get through this whole season, and then I can start this. So, for me, almost, it makes it kind of easier to sort.
I think maybe, I think my big issue I have, right, is so, if I could, if I could watch a show and then go to work or have friends around, this sounds very depressing. Have more friends around me that I could talk with that stuff about. All my friends live in other states. All my good friends live in other states. Most of them, anyways.
I'm
so like if I'm super into a show, Kyle, and you're super into a show that comes out weekly, we might not be able to talk about it like every week or something. So I feel like that like it doesn't help me retain any information because like I watch it, and then if nothing crazy happened, I kind of forget what happened, even if there's something that like develops in the plot.
Sure, I can see that.
You know, but if I can watch it 7 episodes at a time or something like that, then I can kind of get the whole gist of it, and I don't have to, Google, what was the plot that happened last week or what happened in last week's episode, you know?
Okay, no, I get that.
But see, I'm still like I like the big chunk coming out at
Big
once.
Bang?
But
Oh.
I'm ready to flip and be like, with how much I enjoyed the Mandalorian's rollout. But I think it did it right because they have like a refresher right before the show. If you're going to do it weekly like that, you have to have that little refresher of like, this is last episode.
And with the Mandalorian, like, they didn't have an episode that was like shorter than 33 minutes, if I remember correctly. If you're putting out 22-minute episodes or 25-minute episodes once a week, then I feel like it needs to be bingeable. Like, I need to watch it.
You're
like
right,
a season at a time or something.
You're actually right, because go on.
I was gonna say, I feel like depending how much shows you're into or want to watch, you can see perks of both sides. Like if you're just into one show, just have it all dump out at once, just so you can like watch your content like right away. But if you have like multiple shows you want to watch and like all of it gets dumped at once, you almost feel overwhelmed. Like I can't balance this. That if they come out weekly, like let's say you watch like 5 shows, each one comes out like a different day. You can easily keep like track. And like not.
That goes back to my issue I brought up at the beginning. Is like if there are 5 shows I'm super into and they're all like airing at the same time or like not like the same day, but like within the same couple months. Mm-hmm. Then it's like I watch one show, watch another show, watch another show, and then everything seems to kind of bleed together. I can't necessarily like compartmentalize them super well. Mm-hmm.
I think. Like I feel like we've almost been spoiled by being able to just watch entire seasons of shit just constantly now because I feel like it's harder to almost get into shows that come out now because especially, and I guess this is a point against like a weekly show because it's hard for me to like, I got so excited to watch this episode, 20 minutes, and I gotta wait a whole week before I can watch one more. Yeah, and now I almost am finding myself gravitating towards old shows that I've already concluded. Like, for the past couple months, I'm just basically watching nothing but Naruto because, guess what? There's, like, 500 episodes just sitting there ready to just be watched at any point. And I don't really give a shit if I'm watching it at the same time as like X amount of people on Twitter or whatever. I don't like feel the need to like discuss it in that way. So it's just kind of nice to just have something like that to just plow through.
I completely agree. I think you nailed it. That is the most comfortable and best viewing experience is when you don't need to worry about anyone else. A show that might be a couple of years old, and for me, you can probably relate to this. Watching Clone Wars was great because I watch it on my time, and I can watch it whenever I want, and I don't need to feel like I need to keep up with it. I can watch it whenever the fuck I want.
If I have 2 hours of downtime before I go to bed, I can sit there and plow through 4 or 5 episodes.
Yeah. So that is nice about having
and
older shows.
And they're there when you want it. You don't have to wait for them to come out anymore.
Right.
It's just you go at your pace.
I'm honestly almost more excited for when like a Netflix or Hulu or like me, if you watch a bunch of anime, like a Crunchyroll or whatever, gets like an older show on there that's already done. It's like, oh shit, here's 100 episodes. Here's 200 episodes.
That's what I want to do with Dragon Ball Z. Just I need a Funimation account because I watched like all of Dragon Ball, and that like. I liked it just because I could watch it whenever I have downtime. Just it's all right there for me.
It's always there.
Yeah, and same with like Dragon Ball Z. I just want to like sit down and finish it.
But yeah, to go back to the original point, Big Mouth fucking sucks.
I was just gonna say, so we can all agree, Big Mouth, good show. I can't, fuck
I
that
saw
show.
2 episodes. I didn't have a strong opinion on it, but I also never went back to watch it. So
That says more than
is disgusting. And
Right.
also, like, there's a world you can make that a funny show, but my God, they just go for the lowest common denominator.
I'm also
humor.
I've never really been a huge Nick Kroll guy.
Imagine,
neither
couldn't
have
be
I.
me.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with Nick Kroll's work besides Big Mouth, and I watched
That's the
like
guy
5
who
minutes
was-
of the first episode, and I just
He was in the league.
I was
dude.
just gonna
I
say he's the
can't-
worst
can't
part
relate.
of the league.
Yeah.
can't
And the
relate.
league isn't even a good show. I just liked it because I like fantasy football.
You know, I
True.
think it took me a long time to realize that too. It had funny moments, but
Yeah.
I had to come to terms with myself in that show. And it
Same
just-
here.
Jean
Oof.
Lajoie's original songs did crack me up almost every single time.
It had its moments, but
It did have real good moments, but overall, it's not a show I'm ever gonna watch again.
no, not even close to tempted. The humor all aged incredibly poorly too.
Oh, yeah.
because it was all timely references and timely players.
Yeah,
who were
yeah.
back with like guest appearance, and it was.
Whoa, you got Arian Foster? No, I got Jeremy Langford.
I mean, that
Just
could almost.
aged.
I mean, you could kind of, like the spin zone it. You could almost go back and watch the league just to see like the old references, just to see like shit that guy was good.
That's actually a
Yeah.
decent point.
Yeah, you,
No,
you can just be like,
there's-
oh
yeah,
shit, this
there's
guy
some-
actually used to be good.
Yeah.
This doesn't really have anything to do with the league, but it does have something to do with football players. Do you guys ever remember watching like when on YouTube there was like a fantasy X-Files series?
Nope.
No.
None of you guys
sounds
remember that?
familiar. That
There,
sounds
it would be
kinda
like
familiar.
all these NFL players, like Mason Crosby for one. He's one I can remember off the top, where he's like, it's all these NFL players pitching like why you should draft them for their fantasy team. And Mason Crosby, like he's like,
Oh,
the church
they're
hates
like
when I
ads.
do this, and then he drills like 4 field goals off a church bell. Or Braylon Edwards caught all these balls
Yeah.
blindfolded.
I know what you're talking
you know,
about now.
I thought
I
those were the
remember that.
coolest thing in like at the end of middle school, early high school, whenever they came.
They weren't
out.
very long, were they? They were like
They're
maybe
just
like 15 seconds.
commercials.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 30, 45 seconds. Like Braylon Edwards jumped through the front,
That's the one.
Yeah,
the
okay.
the windows of a car. You know, It
I
was
don't
cool as
remember.
hell.
It sounds sick,
I know what
though.
you're talking about.
Oh no, that was Ben Jarvis Green Ellis. Anyways, regardless, I thought those were
that's
super
a name
fucking
drop.
cool. You Ben Jarvis?
Yeah, I've been Jarvis.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Actually, after we're done with this, I'm probably
law
gonna go and
firm.
binge watch some of those.
I thought you were about to say I'm gonna watch up Ben Jarvis Green Ellis highlights, and I was about to unfriend you immediately, just
Well,
in real life.
I got 38 seconds.
Oh man. So, what do you guys think? What's on your minds?
I hate cats. Cats fucking
Cats?
suck.
Like
Cats
the
are the-
movie?
All right, elaborate.
Yeah, the show.
Wait, the movie or
the live
Cats?
action movie Cats and the actual animal cats.
Okay.
Okay.
Hate both those takes.
Yep. Well, I hate cats because for the sole reason I'm allergic, and every
You're
time
weak.
yeah, I guess I'm just a weak man, just like Shannon
Agreed.
Sharp.
Yep, just like Shannon Sharp. I
But
want
no,
that one
every-
out there.
Every
Want
time
to
we go to
document
like
it.
one of our buddies' house, I hated him ever since he decided to get a cat, and I just have the worst time.
been
Allergies all act up. I just can't sit still. My whole body just starts itching. I start sneezing all the time, and I just hate myself because I know I'm always gonna go back to their place and hang out because that's just like the squad house essentially. But God, do I hate going there and leaving. I love
I'm being
leaving.
real honest with you, Becker. This whole thing is starting to sound like a you problem and not a cat problem.
No, it's a cat
because,
problem because
the
if cats
never
weren't
have any
real, I
issues
wouldn't
with
have
Jake
this
Beck's
issue.
coming around.
I once used to be like you, Becker. I was allergic to cats.
Yeah, and
But
then you
I
got some
and
allergy shots.
My parents took the proper steps so I could function in society and be around my friends if they have cats
Okay.
and dogs and trees and grass.
Cool,
and
your
dust.
parents love you. Woohoo.
Yeah, great brag.
Yeah, sick brag.
Some of
I don't know. Cats suck. They just make me want to
Hate that
die.
tick.
I want
You
to
know,
die
I
every
don't-
time I'm around them. They're not nice. I don't like cats in general. I just think they're mean critters.
I had a
I
very
don't-
nice cat. You damn near 20 years. That was the nicest cat you could ever have.
Yes.
15 too long, am I right, Becker?
Hell yeah, brother.
Of course, yeah. But no, cats get this bad rap, and I think it's bullshit.
It's well
Look,
deserving.
I love dogs too. You can like both people. This is a thing.
I mean, yeah,
Well, that's,
but one's
I was
objectively
going to bring
better.
that up. I don't hate cats. Honestly, I don't know if you guys will understand. Well, everybody should understand this analogy, but cats are like boats.
Okay, I get it.
Elaborate.
You toss them in the water.
They're better when your friends have them.
Ah.
I do like.
I don't know if well, actually, there was a point in my life where I lived with 15 cats, and nobody should ever do that. But
What the fuck? You lived with 15
I-
cats?
Yeah, I know. I remember.
I had
what now?
God forbid she's listening to this. I know she's not. But I had a crazy stepmother in high school. Absolutely crazy. She,
15 cats?
Yeah.
That qualifies.
15.
That's crazy.
It started out with 5, and then she like started this like, I don't know how to say it, like cat rehoming business with a couple of her friends, right? So it was almost like Humane Society just for cats, but they would take in the cats and house them until they found homes for them. She just never fucking found homes for them, and we ended up with 15
No, she
goddamn
did.
cats.
It was yours.
Yeah, they were our cats.
Oh no!
Yeah, it
I have
sucked.
I have a story
And I
about
think that soured me on cats in general.
I have a story
Yeah, see,
about
I
that
had-
because I helped someone, I think, one of our buddies move, and that was his mom. Like moved back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I know the guy.
Yeah, I moved back, like helped him move like all the stuff out. It's just covered in cat dander, and I was outside,
Yeah.
so I was like,
Dude.
wasn't really like affected by it too much because I was like outside in fresh air, so it didn't hit me right away. So, but I was like helping move like cat covered dander and everything for like hours on end, and I felt fine
That's-
until I went to bed that night. I woke up in the middle of the night and I just couldn't breathe. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Holy
I was
shit.
just like,
Yeah.
I was panicking. I didn't know what was going on, and then like the next day, I went into the doctor. I'm like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to cats. So tell me if I'm right." And sure as shit, allergic to cats. And I'm like,
Did you have to get allergy tested, Becker?
"Yes,
So did they give you like the pricks on your forearms?
yeah." Like the 6 little like bumps or whatever.
You only had 6?
No, I think it was
Oh,
8.
no.
You have.
Dude, when I got allergy tested, I think it was 20 on one arm and 23 on the other arm. They have these plastic things with little needles
Yep.
on them.
And they just,
that
like,
they
rub
stick
it-
on
yeah.
top of your forearms.
Yep.
And so none of mine, like the control is supposed to make you itch regardless to make sure it's working.
Yeah.
And the control didn't itch. So then I got 20 shots in my forearm and 23 shots in my other forearm to get fucking allergy tested. I was 9 years old. I was bawling my eyes out.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'd
I
be
was
bawling my
not
eyes
that
out
old.
Oh
now.
my god! Your hands are strapped down to a table because you can't itch,
Oh.
dude. It's the worst experience of all
Are
time.
you sure that was an
Complaint cast.
allergy test that they
Doctors.
that they fucking put you through? That
what
sounds
they told
fucking
him. It
It was
terrible.
literally like torture, dude.
Yeah.
Did they test you
It
for
sucked.
everything?
Yeah, they tested me for like a whole bunch of food.
Yeah, like-
you know, animals.
That's probably
all that
why.
sort of
Because I only
stuff.
got tested for like animals, like dogs and cats. So that's
Okay.
why I only had like I think 6 or 8.
Okay.
Man,
Yeah, 'cause I was having issues like breathing and stuff, so they tested me for asthma. I had a little bit of asthma, and then they tested me for all the allergies and stuff too. Yeah.
Yeah, because actually,
Yeah,
actually, like around the point where they found out I was allergic to cats, that also like diagnosed me with asthma, just because like I couldn't breathe, and that's really what it stemmed
Did
from.
they make you do the blower thing?
Yes. And-
See how hard you can blow?
oh yeah, could not blow very hard. I'll say that.
No, my blowing skills were weak.
Which is, you know what? I'll take it. I'll
Sounds
take a
about
weak
right.
blowing skill.
Yeah. But yeah, allergies.
Yeah.
Allergies suck. Cats
Yeah.
ain't too bad.
No,
Well,
cats
Cats
do
is not
suck.
so
Well,
good.
let's get back to the original point here. Cats get way too much slander.
Yeah. Cats are like boats.
Better when your friends have them.
I own
No,
a cat.
cats are
He's
like
fantastic.
cats. They fucking suck. There's no disguising it. I hate cats.
Well, all right. You know what? We're gonna transition this from a topic Becker
And
brought
I
up
hate
that
dogs.
I hate. And I'm going to bring up a topic that Becker is going to hate, because we're venturing into the Complaint Cast's favorite territory, politics. Here is my complaint, because we had recently...
Stop listening now, everyone.
Shut up. We had recently done the States podcast, and I mentioned Iowa as an honorable mention. And you know what? On second thought, I fucking hate Iowa even more than any of those bottom 3 states that I mentioned. Iowa is a shit state. It's nothing but flat corn land, and
Is this turning into the caucus cast?
it's about to welcome the caucus cast.
Let's go.
Why
I
in
sleep.
God's name? You know what? I need to actually find this out. I'm gonna
Let's
bring facts and logic
yeah.
into this.
You didn't
We're
find
stepping
your, You
into-
didn't find your facts and logic beforehand? Doesn't seem
We're
very
stepping into
So
the-
Iowa has Iowa has 3.1 million people in it, in this flat fucking nothing in the middle of the United States. Why in God's name does a state like that has doesn't exactly represent a nice diverse portion of the population, why are they the ones to kick off the presidential cycle with the dumbest, and I mean dumbest, way to determine a candidate you could ever imagine? Do you guys know how a caucus works?
Nope.
For our listeners, I think you should let them know.
Yeah, explain it to me, because I don't understand.
Explain it like you would to tell a 5-year-old.
Okay.
So
We'll start with this. Do you know how a primary works?
No.
Gonna be honest with you.
yeah, now that you say
Primary
it,
is just, a primary is like any other election. If you belong to X party, you vote for whatever candidate you want. Whatever candidate gets the most votes, depending on depending on the county, depending on where they are in the state, they get delegates based on those votes. It's pretty standard, and it's basically just a smaller version of like what we do for a presidential election with the Electoral College. A caucus, on the other hand, is one of the dumbest things you could ever imagine. Now, I'll be reading this verbatim. So, what are caucuses? A caucus is a local meeting where registered members of a political party in a city, town, or county gather to vote for their preferred party candidate and conduct other party business. Caucuses are typically used in combination with state conventions who elect delegates, to vote. So those delegates end up casting their vote for whatever party candidate they want. Caucus is the oldest method of choosing delegates in the United States, widely acknowledged as originating in the English colonies before the American Revolution. So we're talking about a way to elect people that they were using when kings were still around. And we're using this in 2020. So basically how a caucus works is that you get into, so you have your candidates. Let's say you have your or we'll just use like the Democratic example. So you had people going for Biden, for Bernie, for Amy Klobuchar,
Andrew Yang.
Andrew Yang.
So what you would do then,
President
is
Yang.
you have someone in charge. You would all in the first round of voting, you would go near your selective party, your candidate, or whatever. You would just all gather around together, and these 6 people, these are the Biden people, or these 7 people, these are the Bernie people. They all gather together, and then they take a head count, and that is the first wave of voting. After that, you have to get, I think it's 15%. If you have 15% of the total people that are in there for your candidate, you're considered viable. And that means you can go on to the next round of voting. So then everybody whose candidate isn't viable, then it's not like they just cast their vote for that candidate and then they go fuck off. No. Then you have certain candidates, like the Biden people, will then go and try to convince the Yang people who weren't viable to come over to them and join them for voting. And it turns into a weird negotiation free-for-all trying to get people to vote for your person. And they do that like 2 or 3 more times, and that's how they determine who gets the delegates for that county to go to the candidates, and then every county in the state does that. It is asinine.
Sounds kind of wild.
That is how you fucking vote for a village chieftain in 1687. What the hell are we still doing using just a barbaric system like that in 2020?
Hey.
I hate Iowa. I hate that they use such a silly, outdated way to vote for people. And that state can go kiss my fucking ass.
Hey, verbal meme. It's the guy sitting at the table outside. I like Yang. Changed my mind. That's pretty much what it is.
But basically,
Verbal
yeah.
meme.
Yeah, that's good.
Thanks.
I like that. But
Thanks.
it's just, it blows my mind that we can still use something like that.
It is weird to see how much like old like forms of, I guess, voting like that, or like other political systems literally just stay around and like no one really questions them. Like it's just a thing. Iowa
it's
caucus
tradition.
exists. Yeah, it literally basically is. It is weird that could literally exist this long. Like, wow.
It just makes no goddamn sense to me. Like, why can't you just vote for your candidate and be done with it?
Yeah,
Makes
that would be too easy.
Yeah.
It would be. God
Makes
forbid.
too much
We have to
sense.
have a caucus.
Yeah. So that is my anger towards caucuses and Iowa as a whole.
We need
Okay.
we need to have a Wisconsin caucus. I want to be part of it. I
I
could
wanna
win
persuade
people. Yeah, I was
wanna
gonna say I
persuade
could win people
to
over to vote
no
for
one.
Andrew Yang.
Yes, but here vote Becker 2020. Our policy is that we don't have any policies and we're neutral on all topics.
Our policy is that
Yeah.
we're good and we're happy.
Yeah.
Becker 2020. The only winning move is not to play.
Becker, I think you'd be like Pete Buttigieg.
That doesn't sound
Compromise?
Compromise.
I don't follow anything really. So that
Yeah, I was about to say, that means absolutely
that comment
nothing,
meant
Becker.
absolutely nothing.
Oh boy.
You're Mayor
Oh,
Pete.
God.
I'm Andrew Yang.
Mayor Pete stood for fucking nothing. So
He
Probably
stood
your
for
ideal
compromise.
he stood for the status quo.
Meanwhile,
All right.
Andrew Yang stands for technology
And math.
and freedom dividends.
freedom.
Okay.
I would have liked a caucus. I could have
before
talked people on to
before we
Andrew
get too
Yang.
far. All right, Zach, what are you mad about?
Well, I'm mad that we skipped over Fenner.
No, Fenner
No,
did. Fenner went.
no, I kind of
What are
brought
you mad
mine
about?
up.
Oh,
behind
that's right.
yours.
Yeah, we had the same thing.
Yep.
I don't have another thing that I'm really mad about. Someone else
Okay.
wants to-
Okay. I could pop off real quick.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah,
go.
pop off.
So the other complaint I had was, so for any of my gamers out there,
Oh, that's me. That's me.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
me.
that's me.
Finally.
Really speaking to our target audience.
specifically
boy.
PlayStation gamers.
oh, that's also me.
Well,
yes.
MLB The Show
Ah.
came out recently.
It did?
Right? For the last month or so, I've been super excited, and I haven't played MLB The Show 19 in a couple months, partially because I played the shit out of it, and I anticipated MLB The Show 2020 being the same. As soon as it came out, that'd be the only game that I played. But I've ran into an issue.
Yep.
There are too many good video games out
This is
right
great.
now.
I love this. I love this one.
Yep.
So MLB The Show came out, or before MLB The Show came out, Call of Duty came out with an update. Their Warzone, their Battle Royale, free to play for everybody, for anybody who doesn't have the game. If you have the game, obviously it's still free. It just comes as an update, and I really like it. I'm very addicted to it. But this is where I come to a crossroads. I really want to play MLB The Show. I really want to play Warzone. I also am still having a good time playing NBA 2K.
Okay.
I don't have enough time to play all the video games I want to fucking play.
Now, I want to piggyback off of this because he's speaking facts. He do be speaking facts, and it's bad enough now for me because I'm also playing MLB The Show. Love playing some Warzone. But there's going to be a reckoning coming soon.
Yep.
And it makes me almost thankful for the quarantine, because how am I supposed to balance playing those 2 games? March 20th which is my birthday, in case anyone wants to get me a gift.
Happy birthday.
I ain't getting you
We're
shit.
already
will forget.
doing our gift exchange.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, Zach and I are going to be gifting each other Animal Crossing.
Yep.
I'm going to be playing that on the 20th. 11 days after that, I'm going to be playing Persona 5 Royale. Those,
See,
you know how much time those games are going to be taking up for me, let alone the releases in April, like Final Fantasy VII Part
Yep.
1. Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
I want to add on to that.
There's just too many games.
I want to add
There's
on
too
to
many-
that.
there's simply too many.
The same exact day as Animal Crossing
Doom
New
Eternal.
Horizons is Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't even I'm like fuck, because I literally might just
forgot
buy
about
both of
that.
those on the same day. I mean, there's the yin and the yang, and like complete
No,
opposites.
the wild thing is
There's only the yang.
The
Yeah,
wild
yeah.
thing with Doom and Animal Crossing, the communities for both those games, like, they're not even mad at each other. They're just embracing each other that both
Yeah,
their
and
favorite
it's
games
awesome.
come out in the same day. Like, all the
It's
memes
so
of just
cool.
like the crossovers of like Isabelle shooting all these zombies, and then you just see Doom guy just catching bugs. It's hilarious.
Also with Animal Crossing 2, it's like, not only am I wanting to play all that, I'm right now playing. I've restarted Stardew Valley.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
How am I supposed to play Stardew Valley when Animal Crossing comes out?
Mm-hmm.
There is there's no way you can play both of those. There's too much overlap.
It practically eliminates other, like, I'm Stardew's on its deathbed once Animal Crossing comes out for me.
I
And
don't
that's why I'm
wanna
trying to
play with
milk
you
it
anymore.
Yeah, and that's why I'm trying to milk it out now. But once Animal Crossing comes out, oh my god.
Let me give everybody a little peek into the way Doc Firmer lives his life.
Yeah.
If it ain't a sports game,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
ain't playing.
If it ain't sports or shooters, it ain't worth it.
I go to work. I
Oh.
work 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay.
Hardworking American.
Yep.
Well,
Working
I
for
should-
$1 billion.
Okay, I'm a working American. I then come home. I take my dogs for a walk.
yeah, you do.
Then I sit down, watch some TV, maybe play some video games. I either watch TV or play video games for at least 2 to 3 hours a night, minimum.
Okay.
Yeah. Especially in the wintertime. It's probably going to change in the summer. I actually have things
Well,
to do.
maybe. I don't know if we're going
But
outside.
yeah,
this
we'll
this
see.
summer.
A lot of good games out right
Yep.
now. But I can't just. It's hard for me to play one game for an hour and then switch to another game and only play it for an hour, and then switch to another game and only play it for an hour.
Look, and you're talking about that, and you only play fucking sports games.
I was just
Imagine,
gonna say.
this is
Yeah,
a hard
I was gonna say.
individual like me.
Right,
better-
How about you think I'm gonna be doing that with RPGs coming out?
I was just gonna
Hell
say.
fucking no.
Better,
it's
this is a
ridiculous.
first world problem for you, because we, the real gamers, have
Yes.
other games to play too, on top of those. We are the
Hey,
struggling
all gamers
Americans
are real
here.
gamers.
Hey,
You can't
gamers
discriminate.
unite,
shut the
okay?
fuck up.
seriously.
Let's rise up together.
Just because their tastes are a bit different than yours doesn't mean they're not any less of a gamer than you.
We're all
Bitch,
equal
you're-
here.
everybody has a good opinion. Bullshit out of here.
No,
Nobody
that's-
wants to hear that.
That's a very valid opinion. Why does Al
Debatable.
get discriminated because he only likes
the
sports
general
games?
population is always coming at us gamers, okay? We need to
Unite.
come together.
Gang
we
up
need to
together,
let everybody
yeah.
know
We need
there are
to
too many
rise up.
good fucking games out right now. Just let us play our games.
We need
Don't
to
hit me
tell-
up. I don't want to go to the bar. I want to play MLB The Show. I want to play Warzone.
this is
Leave
epic.
me alone.
We need to go to big video game companies and tell them to stop making games for a year, just so
No,
we can play
no,
the
that's a
games that we
terrible
want to
idea.
play.
Fenner can talk to his billionaire crony buddies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He can
I'll just
convince
hit up Jeff Bezos and I'll say, you know what? Talk to your buddies and say, quit it.
No, that's a
He'll
terrible
say-
I've
idea.
had enough.
He'll say
That's
sure
a
thing,
terrible
Mr. Fenner.
idea. Make more games, just make them better and spread them out. Because this is bullshit. Because last year, barely any good games came out. Why didn't you have Doom coming out last year? Like, it's a perfect storm, and good shit just happens to all come out at the same exact time. That's what pisses
And
me
I
off.
hate it.
Yeah, I mean, like, then I forget to play a really good game. And then it's like, well, fuck. Passed over that one.
Yeah, speaking of that, I mean, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, a month ago maybe, we all got back into Battlefront.
Oh, yeah.
I still like playing Battlefront. It's
Yeah.
not a good game. It's a fun game, though.
Yeah. It's the pain of getting old. We have limited hours, and we want to use those hours the best way as possible. And it's hard to dedicate that to one thing and then the other thing.
And I'm playing Smash. Playing a lot of
Always
Smash.
playing Smash.
Unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
I got a PC, I got a Switch, I got a PlayStation. I don't have time for all three of these things.
Well, you definitely shelved one of them.
Yeah, the Switch has got a lot of dust on it.
Hey, you have Doom 1 on there.
You know what? Something's got to get
I do
done.
have Doom for the Switch. I also have Skyrim for the Switch. What a sucker I am.
Oh, hell yeah.
What a sucker I am.
Oh, man.
Man, I'd love to buy Skyrim for like the 15th time.
Yep. Me with my clown nose. Here you go.
Oops, all Skyrim.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, well, at least we can all agree on
I'm
one
too
thing.
heated. Somebody else bring up something else. Please.
Yeah, okay. One thing that grinds my fucking gears, and it's all about you, Zach.
I know what this is. I saw you write it last time.
Oh, yeah, and you know it was coming.
Yo.
I hate you and your Arizona iced tea. I think it's a trash drink that I do not understand why people continue to drink it. And it is because of one very, very big reason.
Yeah.
Arnold Palmer.
Arizona.
No. The cans are simply too big, and you cannot put that much tea
The
in
cans?
it.
They're too big.
They're too big. The cans
Probably a
need
small
to
hand
spread it.
problem, Kyle.
No,
Well-
no. The cans are too big.
Tiny
and
hands
I
can't handle the can you,
and-
Kyle?
Will you shut up so I can finish my point?
Well,
for the love of
the
Christ?
issue is you just have
No,
tiny
no,
hands.
you don't
quiet,
get
quiet,
what I'm
Becker,
talking
Becker,
about.
Becker,
You
this
don't
is
get
this
what
is
I'm about to
this
say.
is
Just
my
shut up.
thing to defend.
No.
You shut the fuck up, Kyle. Finish your point. I want to hear it.
Yes, because you can't reseal the can, and it's too much to drink in one sitting, so you're always going to have a little bit of just warm tea sitting there, and you either got to dump it out or chug it, and it's too much. So either shrink the can, or make it a resealable can, like per se a Monster
Well-
Energy drink.
Well, okay. Quiet, Fenner and Becker. This is a Kyle and me thing. This is personal now.
All right, Alice, let's have our own conversation.
So your problem
muting
is.
that mic.
Let me get this straight. So your problem is with Arizona tea, big cans, too much. If you
Big
want to
can.
share, if you want to save some for later, you're kind of screwed, right? Is that your problem?
That's one of them.
Okay. Well, I want to address that by saying clearly you have not done enough research on Arizona iced tea. There are many different forms of ways you can consume Arizona iced tea. They've got the big gallon that you can get where it is sealable. You can pour it into cups so your little small hands
Think
can
I'm
have a little
buying an entire
Arizona
gallon
iced
of
tea.
iced tea.
Small
Well,
hand pipe.
okay, you're right. That's a fair point also if you don't want that much tea. They also do make small, like, regular-sized cans with them where you can buy a 12-pack with them, just like soda. So if you have a problem with that, you should be having a problem with Mountain Dew as well, because frankly,
No.
that might be too much for you too. Continue.
No, because Mountain Dew doesn't make a ridiculous size that can't have the proper lid
Yes,
to
you're
contain
right.
it.
The Arizona has smaller cans too, the same size as Mountain Dew.
But why, when I go to, like, I don't know, a gas station, they don't have those available. All they have is the big fuck off can. And it's like, no, I don't even want this. It doesn't even fit in a lot of cup holders. It is a
Fit in my
useless
hands.
piece of tin that's not worth the recycling 5 cents you get for it. That fucking thing can go to hell.
See, I disagree with that because with a night of gaming, as we've said, we are gamers. Having a night of
Okay,
gaming
this
with
is
just
epic.
one of those Arizona iced teas was awesome. I'd buy 2 of those for $1 a piece. It was great. Oh yeah, I'd get 2 or a couple P-boys, obviously.
So you're too
but
good to drink soda, but you'll be
big
slugging
people.
iced
The big
teas like
people.
left and right.
If I have
This
a
is
night of
unbelievable.
gaming, I'd be slinging some iced tea. Hell yeah, it's good.
Slinging
It's good
some tea.
hydrating. It doesn't make you feel too full, and it's a good hydration. Tastes
Did you say
great.
it's hydrating?
Yeah, tastes great.
It can taste great.
Tastes
doesn't mean
great,
it's
and
hydrating. That
I'm-
thing's a migraine waiting to happen the way they
I
get
disagree.
dehydrated. It's
I
sucking
drink
all the
one of those and
nutrients
I'm
down
ready
with
to
it.
run.
Just sounds like
fuels
Or you're
Weak
ready to
body
run
paint.
after a gallon of iced tea.
Well, one of the
Nothing-
big
nothing-
cans.
You know what?
I feel
I'd
great.
love to see that.
It is a fantastic drink. If that's your one problem, that sounds like a you thing. It is a great drink for any warm day where you just want to cool off with something nice and refreshing. It's fantastic. Great drink, great price. Great.
So I'll
people.
tell you what. Tune in for the Farmcast half-mile sprint where we're each gonna be. You could chug a big thing of Arizona iced tea, which is nice and hydrating.
Yep.
I'll chug some body armor.
Okay.
And we'll see how that goes.
Let's go.
Are you
I am
guys
down.
prepared to sprint for half a mile?
Yes.
You're not.
No.
Well, when I get some delicious and objectively better than Gatorade body armor in me, particularly the strawberry banana flavor, I am ready to cook. I am ready for action.
I'll tell you what.
I'm plenty hydrated. I got 28 ounces of superior hydration and B vitamins.
I have no idea what body armor is, this beverage, but just from hearing about it, it sounds like
You wanna
those
send us
Bang
some?
energy drinks. Sounds like one of those.
No, it is no caffeine. It's just like a better, superior sports drink.
Well, Arizona iced tea isn't a sports drink.
Are you
No,
sponsored,
but you
Kyle?
said it's hydrated. Well, I'm trying to get. So if Body Armor's listening,
I was like, oh, you're really going all
Watch,
out on this body armor
Arizona
thing.
iced tea was this close to sponsoring us until Kyle pushed him off the edge. He said,
Well,
fuck this
the only
guy. He
thing I
doesn't-
got from this argument with
small
Kyle and
sacrifices
Zach,
for larger gains.
I was going to say the only point I understood from Kyle and Zach's argument was Kyle lacks doing research and has small hands. That's
Yep.
really all I got.
That's what I got away from,
complain
too.
about being able to hold the size of the can, numb nuts.
Well, he said the can was too big, so
the
probably
can
you can't
is
hold
too,
it.
Oh my! You know what? I'm not. Oh my!
Yeah, I mean, am I wrong?
You understood nothing.
You're right,
about what I
Becker.
just said.
No,
You're right.
I understood the
So,
right
yeah,
points.
In other, you're right. Yeah, sure.
All right, good. I'm glad we're on the
Yeah,
same page.
no, you're
Sure.
right,
I
Becker. You
got
literally
small
are.
baby hands.
Yeah.
That was my
Yeah,
issue.
yeah.
I can't hold the can.
Yeah.
All right, I'm glad
You
we're
heard
on.
it- you
I'm
heard
glad
it
all
perfect.
four of us are on the same page.
You don't have the
Me- you and me
hand
both.
strength to grip the large Arizona
Yes, that
iced
was my
tea
biggest
cans.
complaint: is the lack of arm strength for such a big, heavy, thick can of tea.
Also, beautiful design on the cans. Beautiful.
Yeah.
One of the best looking
Can
cans.
go to hell.
That's just true. That's just flat out true. That is one of the best looking cans. The reason they
This
sell
debate was a long time coming, and I'm glad we were able to get this off
yeah.
our chests.
I'm glad we're able to all agree that Kyle has baby hands and can't hold a big Arizona iced tea.
It's incredible how Becker understood my argument
Yeah, see?
perfectly.
Yeah.
He understood exactly the point I was trying to convey. He always gets me.
Yeah, see?
Just tune in for the Becker Kyle debate. We're hyping this thing up. It is going to be a moment. We will find, I promise it, we will find a topic that you guys can both bring an argument to.
Good luck finding a topic like that. But as
Yeah.
soon as you do, I'm here for it.
Okay. Hey, we're gonna hold you guys to this. I think that's actually something that would be amazing.
Hold us, guys. I didn't say shit about this.
Becker, would
Becker
you be
doesn't
down?
have an opinion on whether to do it or not.
No, I'm fine with doing it. I just didn't agree to anything.
Okay. Are you fine with doing it?
I mean, I guess.
Okay, that's an agreement right there.
Say no more.
All right.
So look forward to that at some point.
Well, I think this is a perfect point to leave this episode off on. Then, if you guys don't have any other thoughts, leave it on
I
nice.
petered out.
Leave it on a nice cliffhanger for the viewers. We'll get something cooking. We're taking a trip to Omaha soon, so
If
maybe
you have
we'll,
any suggestions, feel free to comment on our YouTube or
Yep.
leave a 5-star review. Please subscribe, and you can leave a YouTube comment. Like I said, 5-star. What else? What else can they comment on?
Instagram, Twitter, tweet at us. Let us know what's going on.
Let us know.
At the Farmcast Pod.
OnlyFans.
Yep.
Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you. Thank you for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, good one, guys.